On this episode of Insane Throttle, the Outlaw Biker, American Badass. We're talking about how the Outlaw Biker became the American icon that it is today. Bikers from the Hells Angels, Mongols, and Outlaws have become synonymous with the ultimate sense of freedom. It's time to crack the throttle open and explore Outlaw Bikers, American Badass.
The greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to this show, baby. First off, thanks for freaking it's over actually on that side. The 100,000 subscribers deal over on YouTube. That was awesome. Just got the plaque. You guys made it possible. Really appreciate it. Really, really do from the bottom of my heart. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. And we got a lot of good stuff going on over here at Insane Throttle now, getting back into the groove. New video every Monday and Thursday. The Outlaw Biker, the American Badass. I had to do this video. I really did. If you look at it, America always wants its bad outlaw heroes. And bikers, old outlaws from the West have always captivated American society, if you will. It's funny, we always complain about the media, but it was the media that actually made the Outlaw Biker a hero to many, because if you sit back and you think about it, what's an outlaw biker? Well, if you do the true meaning of it and you go a little bit in history where everybody started off as racing teams, you will see that they started being called outlaws because they didn't want to go with the AMA. They didn't want to have to participate with them. They wanted to do their own thing. So AMA then went and put the outlaw label on them. But really what started the love affair, I believe, with Outlaw Bikers was Hollister and that Time magazine. It was staged, but that photo, I think that really put the biker, no, regardless if it was staged or not, into the American psyche. And then, of course, you had the wild ones. Every generation has that zero on point in movies, entertainment, or whatever that brings them to this lifestyle. Now, at the time that the magazine cover came out from Hollister, it was a different era. It was like, oh my God, people freaking out type of deal. Oh my God, these hooligans. But there was a little segment of the population that looked at that and was like, man, I wish I was free. These guys are a bunch of tight asses in this generation. You know, that's when you got the greasers that came about and stuff like that. But that really put the biker on the map. And I'm not talking about the ones that wear their Sunday suits or dresses and go out riding like it was before then. I'm talking about one that showed that you could truly get freedom if you wanted it and live by the way you wanted to live and not have to worry about the way society is. That was basically the end of the 40s and the 50s. Then you got the 60s and it got all crazy. And by the way, somebody wanted me to mention that I guess the Bike Riders is going to be premiering on Peacock as early as next week. I might be wrong. I didn't read through the whole email, but it's supposed to be. And of course, you know, before you watch it, if you haven't already, that is for entertainment, just like this show and all the other YouTube shows out there as well are for entertainment purposes only. So when you watch that, a lot of it is not true. It's fictional. even though Danny Lyons put up a hell of a freaking book that it's based on. A lot of the stuff and events in there really didn't happen, so don't go crazy. And don't get tricked into, starting a Vandals Motorcycle Club chapter, if you will. But what captivates the American public with an outlaw biker or a biker in general? What makes them say, wow, I want to do that? And we've seen a lot of that when it comes to after the shows that have come out to make this, I guess, lifestyle more popular. Because let's be honest, before them shows, or, you going back to American Chopper days, it really wasn't that popular. You were actually looked down upon being one. The old scraggly biker, stuff like that. Now, man, you got bikers running around Gucci and stuff like that. I don't know. But anyway, it seems every generation is introduced with this dream and fantasies of being wild and free. And what does that tell you about individuals? What it tells you is that individuals are so sick and tired of people trying to tell them what to do, how to live their lives. That's what it tells you when so many people look to a biker or an outlaw biker and say, yeah, that's something I want to do. Because let's face it, society on both ends of the spectrum is too busy trying to tell you what to do, and they see that outlaw biker as a person that's giving the middle finger to both sides and doing what they want to do, living life the way they want to live, and don't care what anybody has to say. Hell, you could go all over YouTube and see videos of the clubs partying. Now, that's one of the biggest things. People see that and they say, yeah, that's the ultimate badass right there. I want to be the ultimate badass. And unfortunately, with the rise of, mass media on the internet, people get the wrong ideas of what it actually means to be involved in a club. A lot of them, they hear a lot of bad stuff. That's why I kind of did a spin on Insane Throttle, where I want to actually, if I'm going to do some biker news, which on Thursdays I'll be doing with China Doll, I want to do it on the independent bikers, because you know what? There's so many damn people now doing bikers news. It's freaking unreal. You got these AI channels doing it too, and it's like, well, whatever. I'm going to be able to speak to the biker themselves and doing some good stuff. It doesn't mean clubs are bad. It just means this space is like overrun with people. But going back to the American who doesn't want to be a badass? And there's nothing more badass than sticking your finger up to those in power or those in society. There's nothing better than to do that. There's nothing better than to somebody look at you, and this is my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of other bikers out there are like the same thing. When people look at you in disgust and you sit back and look at them and see how miserable they are as an individual. Am I right or wrong? Most of the people that look down on you are the ones that are actually miserable and wish that they could be you. Talk about hypocrisy, baby. That is unreal that people do that. Because in the back of the mind, as they're looking at you in disgust in the back of their mind, they're like, man, how does he get away with that? He looks so happy. Yeah, riding and all that's supposed to be, it is about freedom. I get it. That's what we always say as bikers. Yeah, being on the bike is nothing but freedom. No, what truly freedom is looking over at the idiot that wants to look down at you like you're something onto the bottom of their shoe and just give them a middle finger and say, that's what I think of you, and doing you. There's a lot of people that are really worried about what others have to say to them or what they think about them, and I find that quite disturbing, especially if you ride. If you ride are into the lifestyle that we're in, now I'm not talking about crotch rockets, any of that crap. I'm talking specifically about those that love the ride, those that love the party, and I'm talking party, and they don't take their cues from society. Those are the ones I'm talking about. That is true freedom right there. Just like me, when I do a podcast, which, by the way, Motorcycle Madhouse is now putting out more podcasts once a week over on Spotify and all the major platforms. It's back up and running. I do me. The way I talk on that show is the way I am in person, for one. And two, I just like blowing people's minds because you guys are in a box and you shouldn't be. If you want to be a true biker, American badass, whatever you want to say, if you want to be a part of a club, do it 100% without people telling you what to do. You know, that's why all the bigger clubs are around after all these decades. Angels, Outlaws, Mongols, Sons, everybody are around still because they did it their way. And that's exactly the reason why people look to them, is because they're looking for a little piece of that as well. The Outlaw Biker, American Badass. You know, when I came up with that title, I wanted to make sure I put it across that when you're talking about freedom, it means doing you. And a lot of people don't do them anymore. You're too busy in society worrying about what they think. If you want to join a club, here's the best thing I can tell you if you think that's going to make your dreams come true. Hang around, like everybody else says, hang around and figure out what's right for you. Sorry about that. I should have turned that off, and I thought I did. I hate phones. Anyway, what do you guys and gals think? Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all cool. Y'all great. Thank you for the 100,000 subs. Got more coming, man. A lot of different material. Rock on.